Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. We'll see the Houston Rockets facing the New Orleans Pelicans. And the good news about James Harden, he is back healthy and ready to play.
Well, I mean, that was a short leave of absence. And now that they have him back in the fold, we'll see if he can pick up right where he had left off.
Here's the starting group for Houston. John Collins is out there with Doncic. Then it's Harden. Then it's Dennis Smith. And it's Baines in at the center. Here's Middleton. It doesn't go for him. So Houston will take it the other way, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And despite the outcome, I think they'll feel a little better about that game. There are a lot of positives that they can take away from that performance.
No doubt some bright spots.
Look at that.
That shot was all about Holiday and his ability to see the floor and the open man.
That instant replay brought to you by Under Armour Hover Handle, giving us a chance to relive the unleashing of chaos that time. Smith kicks to Collins. Stolen by Middleton. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And we see it so often, Brent. A good team gets up for a big game, and they win. And then they fall down with their performance and lose to an inferior club the very next game.
Interesting point, because last year we saw this so much with the eventual champion Golden State Warriors, where they just seem to be disillusioned with some of the competition on a given night, playing down to their competition. So if I was a coach in this league, I would use them as an example, that even the best team in the business struggles with this, and you have to find a way out of it. We're not the Warriors. We want to be the Warriors. So we got to break out of this funk a lot quicker, and this cannot be part of our identity as we move forward.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Davis kicks to Green. Back to Davis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Smith gets a hand on it, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year they came out on the losing end.
This pause in the action gives us a chance to see the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers this month. The Rockets, number 1.
They're taking advantage of every mistake that their opponents are making. I mean, they're really converting points off those turnovers.
Pass to Baines. Kicks it to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
The Pelicans have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Outside, Green. Back to Holiday. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Holiday's got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
They're running. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Nails the wide open jump shot. Middleton's got 5 now.
Tough to contest when a guy that size can get the shot off that quickly. Middleton with a nice quick release.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
Okafor finds Holiday. Back to Okafor, and then Okafor slams it in.
There is no coach that does not ask his point guard to distribute the ball. Holiday did just that with that dime.
Doncic passes to Baines. Back to Collins. Here's Doncic. And a miss there on the triple. Pelicans leading by 7. And the foul on Dennis Smith Jr. That's his first foul. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Chris Middleton. Houston also making some changes. Williams comes in for Aaron Baines. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Dennis Smith. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Williams. Doncic has got his first points in this one. And so Holiday will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And a chance here to see the numbers for Davis. He had a strong showing last season. 2nd in blocks, 8th in rebounding, and ranked in the top 15 in free throw percentage. Tremendous confidence and technique at the line.
And as you said, just a notch below the leader in blocks last season. He gives a tremendous effort. Absolutely one of the best rim protectors in the league.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Rockets trail by 7. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That's his first foul. Here's Brooks. He's coming off a 13-point game against Minnesota.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
A steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball, and it's Williams throwing it down.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
Holiday surveying the floor. Passes it to Nixon. Trying to get open is Johnson. The shot comes out. Nice D from Williams. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Wow. He got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
He hits the second from the line. 7 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Holiday. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
They can't afford to let guys get comfortable there. The defense somehow avoided that shot from going in.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Pelicans lead by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at the Pelicans' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
Love the pace they're playing with. Anytime you can get your offense going without the defense setting up, got a huge advantage.
The Rockets trail, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for New Orleans right now, Holiday and Moore, the guards. Jeremy Lamb out there with Amir Johnson. And it's Nixon in at the 5, roaming the paint. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Now here's Lamb. Brooks covering. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That is his first foul of the game. Off the inbound. The Rockets pull it in. Left side Williams. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Now for New Orleans, shooting at 50% in a decent group. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. Traps in the tray. Holiday's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for New Orleans. And taken away by Johnson. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. And Lamb kicks to Moore. Knocked away. Stolen by Brooks. To the middle. Here's Williams. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed assist. Williams has got his second bucket of the night.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
Holiday gets the bucket.
And giving up a lot of inches, he was still, though, determined to make the play.
Yeah, this is the time you can use that word, tenacity. Some guys wouldn't even try that shot, but he goes in there undeterred.
A offseason, Brent, the addition of two-way contracts, does that make developing players in the G League even more valuable than it was before?
I believe last year, Kevin, that almost 50% of the players in the league, and it might have been a smidge more, had some kind of G League experience.
It's terrific.
And that's phenomenal.
Yes.
We're almost close to the 30 for 30 affiliation in the G League. You saw a success story last year in Quinn Cook coming up and getting a contract with the Warriors. This is awesome for the league. They've also upped the minimum contract for G League players to $35,000. All of these signs and the way that teams are using the G League, extremely positive, Kevin. Tremendous effort. He will not be denied on the offensive glass.
And New Orleans pushing it up now. Moore's running. Again, the Pelicans score.
Yeah, you saw Moore can be pretty devastating out in transition. This is a team that likes to play fast, so any easy opportunities they'll take.
Here's Brooks. Yep, it goes in, and the Pelican lead is cut down to just 6 points, and the bucket from Williams.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, there are good fouls, and then there's those fouls. That's not a good one. Limits himself on defense, and he can't nearly be as physical for the rest of the period.
Davis is checked in for New Orleans. Green comes in for Lamb. Outside, Davis. There's Diallo. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 4 on the clock. Poked away. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Diallo's got the lead up to 8 now for New Orleans. Harden finds Smith. No good from outside. And so Green will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Moore dishes to Middleton. New Orleans moving the ball around. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
And he's probably looking at some matchups on the floor he'd like to take advantage of.
I'm interested in what he's seeing and then what kind of play they run coming out of this timeout.
Okafor is checked in for the Pelicans. And we've all heard the rumors that have been floating around the last few seasons. A lot of speculation if Davis could get traded or Greg leave in free agency.
I mean, Davis moving would be one of the rare situations where it literally could shake up the entire league. You hear a lot of different teams express their interest in him, but credit to Davis. He really has remained committed to New Orleans and has said everything you'd want to hear from a fan's perspective.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
Here's Okafor, and that one goes long. Rockets trail by 9. Doncic, no good. Outside, Green. He kicks to Moore. 52 seconds left in the first half. Rockets have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. From the stripe. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Harden. 6 points for Luka Doncic.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Here's Green. That's tipped. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. They get the rebound. Doncic. Excellent D there from Okafor.
Just doesn't seem to be shooting it with confidence, and the shots are going all over the place in this period.
Checking in. 17 seconds left in the first half. Holiday against Smith. Shot, high post. Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got 9 points.
Now remember, this is a former All-Star in the Eastern Conference, Drew Holiday, knocking down the mid-range jumper.
And so it's New Orleans ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And against one of the toughest offensive players in the league, they've been doing a great job shutting down James Harden. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, you're leading at the half. What will you continue to emphasize to your team?
Well, I mean, defensively, we still have to be good. We got to.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. They were on a nice little roll in that opening period as they got their lead up as high as 7 points. They really did some damage in the second quarter, and as things started clicking for them, they were able to get out to a 9-point lead by halftime. And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
As we return to New Orleans, we'll look at some of the buildings along the riverfront here in the Big Easy. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. One of the stories here, Drew Holiday getting it done today.
And how disruptive was he in that first half? I mean, creating havoc, causing turnovers, and really energizing his team.
So many times we talked about offensive players being in a great rhythm. Well, right now, defensively, he's in one. Great anticipation and reading those passing lanes.
And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. They've got John Collins. Dennis Smith is out there with Harden. Then there's Doncic, and it's Baines in at the center position.
Well, Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Now here is Holiday. Pass to Okafor. Kicks it down to Middleton. The pass to Holiday. Davis in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Rockets trail by 9. Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession. And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. On Saturday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets.
And for that game against the Timberwolves, I think they know how important it is to see how they measure up against the cream of the crop in the West. I'm looking for them to approach it like this is a playoff matchup.
Shots good by Middleton.
Chris Middleton has the size in this league that you need to finish on the inside. Got to get that one up quick.
Timeout called the Rockets. The big changes in defensive rules happened right in the middle of your playing days. How did people initially react to those?
Well, a lot of guys had 3 quick fouls, Kevin, because they're out hand checking and pushing guys around. And they say, what do you mean I can't do this anymore? I get paid to push guys around. But after a little while, obviously, guys stepping off and understanding positions on the floor where you could get away with more physical play than you can out in front with point guards, obviously, and having refs' eyes on them or down on the block.
And Holiday kicks to Middleton. Inside. And the rejection by Collins. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Excellent D there from Holiday.
Really shocking he didn't take advantage of that golden opportunity there. He needs to be much better in that situation.
Middleton left side. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 5th assist in this one. Poked away. And so the ball's out of bounds. Middleton touched it last. Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who were the best shooters from behind the arc last season. Third is Chris Middleton.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
Collins kicks to Williams. Here's Harden. It's not going to go for him. And New Orleans will come the other way.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
I love the pace he's playing with, letting his offense come to him naturally and then building upon this lead for his team.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
Yeah, that's a disappointing sequence of plays. Absolutely inexcusable turning the ball over like that.
New Orleans making a switch here. Moore's checked in. Now here is Holiday. He's covered closely.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
Here's Doncic. Misses from close range. New Orleans leading by 13. Moore passes to Lamb. Here's Nixon. It's rebounded by Houston. And it's Houston on the break. Here's Doncic. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Doncic has got his third bucket of the night. Doncic with the steal. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Harden outside. And he uses the glass on the layup. Harden's got it back down to within single digits for Houston.
Yeah, maybe the shot selection in the first half took him out of a rhythm, but in the second half, he's making everything.
Outside Holiday. They get it back. On the wing, Lamb. Outside Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. Second chance shot. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And the defense is just not very aggressive. Definitely fortunate that the mid-range jumper did not find the bottom of the net that time.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
Yeah, it's a good time to talk things over. Try to stop what's been a brutal run.
Yeah, he's got to use every device at his disposal at this point, and I think he wants to give other guys a breather right now.
Check Diallo. He's checked in from here, Johnson. It's stolen by Smith. Passes to Matt. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for the Pelicans.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
54 seconds left in the third. And the foul on Dennis Smith Jr. That'll be his second foul of the game. 52 seconds left in the third. Now here's Moore. He's covered by Matt. And Moore kicks to Holiday. Over Smith. Here's Diallo. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. One-on-one here. About 3 seconds between shot and game time. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Chris Middleton's checked in for New Orleans. New Orleans shooting their first free throw tonight. Rockets trail by 10. It's Brooks on the wing, defended by Middleton. Pass to Smith. Over Holiday. Here's Baines. It's hauled in by Diallo. With 1 on the clock. Missed. And so it's New Orleans with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. We've got Holiday. Jahlil Okafor is out there with Davis. That's Jeremy Lamb. And it's Middleton in at the 3. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Great positioning on the putback.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And the Pelicans making a change here. Green's checked in. And a switch here also for Houston. Collins is checked in.
And Smith proven to be a fantastic point guard, a terrific passer who does a great job of moving the ball on offense.
Okafor finds Davis. Yep, that one goes in there. And the Pelicans lead by 12.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
On defense, New Orleans. Here's Mack. Smith outside. And it's off from three-point range. And it's Davis with the ball for New Orleans. After this one, they take on the Clippers at the Staples Center. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Here's Middleton. Another one falls for New Orleans.
This is a good sign for the offense, handing the ball off to Middleton, who right now has got it going.
Green against Brooks. Green with the block. Kicks it to Middleton. To the paint. Here's Okafor. And Okafor slams it in.
Middleton's not a selfish player, always willing to share the wealth.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchup.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in. The tray. Pelicans with the rebound. Davis has got his fourth rebound in this one.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And a wide open look for Lamb. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Rockets trail by 16. Brooks right side. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Brooks. The Pelicans have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Davis dishes to Middleton. Davis against Collins. 6 to shoot. Here's Okafor. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Harden. And Baines kicks to Harden. Over Middleton. Another miss by Houston.
It's been a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
New Orleans leading by 14. And it's Davis with the jam.
Terrific flush from Anthony Davis there. When he's given room to fly like that, he's going to take off.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Trying to cut into this lead. Bad time for a miscue.
Yeah, they may have some ants in the pants right here. You just have to take what the defense gives you.
Drew Holiday is checked in for the Pelicans. Puts it up from 12. The Rockets pull it in. Baines inside, covered by Okafor, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And the first one drops. We love the sneakers these players wear. Now so many different styles. A lot of different signature shoes out there.
I'm not really a sneakerhead myself, Kevin. I didn't really fall down that rabbit hole, but I know some guys in the league, and we've seen photos of their closets at home filled with not hundreds. I've seen guys pushing thousands of pairs of shoes. Now that is dedication.
Worth a lot of money.
No doubt about it. And some of the guys, Kevin, don those specialty sneakers in big-time games. And the one guy that comes to mind for me is P.J. Tucker. Lots of play from P.J. Tucker about some of the things that he strapped on last year during the finals.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Doncic comes in for Dylan Brooks. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Dennis Smith. Harden against Middleton. Here's Doncic. Another miss by Houston. Pelicans leading by 17. Middleton on the wing. Outside Holiday. He feeds it to Davis. Baines with the block.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Pelicans.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important. Here tonight, tonight's win will give them 4 on the season. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Drew Holiday.
Just active on defense, little things like clawing and scrapping and tipping passes and contesting shots. Came up with a lot of steals.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Sheck Diallo, he's checked in for Okafor. Johnson comes in for Davis. Lamb, he's checked in for Green. And Moore subbed in for Chris Middleton. 4 on the clock. Knocked loose. Stolen by Harden. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And the dunk by Doncic.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
It's a shame because this is the team we expected to see fighting on every possession. I think it's just too late.
And it's Moore penetrating, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-ching.
Right.
You just never know what Doncic is going to do. I mean, which is one of the reasons he gets the defense to foul.
No good on the second free throw. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
Lamb, good.
And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
Yeah, tick-tock and not much time on the clock left. Double-digit lead and coming up roses. I like that recognition. Effortlessly getting his teammate the ball in a spot where he knows he can do something with it.
So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Anthony, an impressive win, and it seemed like a collective effort out there tonight.
Guys came in and stepped up and played tremendously. So I just go out there and play with all my energy and everything I had in me and leave it out on the floor. And I'm glad we got the win.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg